One classic recipe that brings the family together is a home-cooked meal, something that will please the kids as well as the adults. It has become a bit out of fashion because we are so used to spaghetti with hot dogs. But today, we're going back to the past and recreating a very classic spaghetti and meatball recipe. Let's mince our carrots, our bell peppers, and our onions. And that is done. So this is our binder. We are combining breadcrumbs, 2 eggs, and a bit of Nestle all-purpose cream. And we are making our meatballs. We have 1/4 kilo of ground pork, 1/4 kilo of ground beef. We are adding half of our minced vegetables, a touch of garlic. We're seasoning with Maggi Magic Sarap and freshly cracked black pepper and a pinch of salt. Now, let's mix everything together. All the flavors will come together very nicely, and we are also emulsifying our meat. So we will have nice, meaty, and bouncy meatballs. Now we will add in our mixture of eggs and cream. This will keep our meatballs moist and tender. Very important when you're making your meatballs, always chill your meats before working on them. No? So dapat kasi malamig and chilled, properly chilled yung ating meats. So mix our meats thoroughly until it's well combined. That's done. Add oil to our pan. And now let's slowly shape our meatballs. To shape our meatballs, it's very important that your hands are clean and moist. So you can wet your hands with a little water so it's easier to shape your meatballs and it doesn't stick to the palm of your hands. Nice, beautiful meatballs. Turn them around one by one. All this brownie will create more flavor for our meatballs and also, it will also add flavor to our sauce later on. Ikot-ikot lang, no? Yan. And let's saute our garlic using the same pan to get all the flavors from our meatballs, our carrots and onions, and bell peppers, more onions, add a bit of oregano or dried basil, and to give it a bit of nice umami flavor, I'm adding a bit of butter. That's around 2 tablespoons of butter. And let's just saute our vegetables. For stock, we're using Maggi Magic Chicken Cube. Crush it and just dissolve in hot water. Now I will add my spaghetti or tomato sauce. Mix, mix, mix there. And add our chicken stock. And we will let that simmer until all the flavors come together. And our sauce is cooking very nicely. And now, I will add my meatballs back to the pan and let it cook and simmer. And to give our sauce a bit of richness, we are also adding the remainder of our all-purpose cream. And I will now season my sauce with a bit of salt and pepper. So what I will do now, we will just let our sauce simmer a little while longer. Low heat lang para maluto yung ating meatballs and all the flavors to come together. And I will just season my boiling water with salt. No? Tingnan mo, maraming salt. No? Hindi naman siya dapat lasang dagat. Pero when you taste the water, there should be saltiness. And you don't need to add any oil to your spaghetti. Now, let's scoop out our pasta. So, ginawa natin, our pasta is cooked for just around 6 minutes. And it will continue to cook here in our delicious, very nice, rich, slightly tangy, but very creamy sauce, spaghetti sauce with our meatballs. And what's good about this recipe is that you can feed your kids with vegetables without them knowing they're eating vegetables because they're now cooked with the meatballs and also cooked in our sauce. So, di ba? Added healthiness. If you want to add a bit more black pepper, you may. I will also add a bit of freshly chopped parsley. Yan. And our spaghetti is done. This is our spaghetti with meatballs. Ano bang masarap i-partner dito sa ating spaghetti and meatballs? And who's joining you for dinner tonight? Friends? Family? A secret someone? O kahit sino. I'm sure they will enjoy this. It's a classic spaghetti recipe. And everybody loves meatballs. Everybody loves pasta. And this recipe might just be for your family. And if you still haven't subscribed to the Chef Tatung YouTube channel, mag-subscribe na kayo. Ayan. Tikman natin itong ating spaghetti. Very nice. This is really a healthy dish because tomatoes are vegetables and we added carrots and bell pepper. So this recipe is a very easy way to tuck some vegetables into your kids' meals. And let's check the meatballs first. Nice. Meaty. Look at that, very nice. Taste the meatballs first. Up. Nice flavor from the carrots and the bell peppers also. Very nice. Try this recipe. It's quite easy to do. It's very delicious. It's very healthy. And it will please the young and young at heart.